I worked at Ale House. He would always say, you got to bet this, you got to bet this, you got to do this. I'm like, all right. They get destroyed. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Welcome to another installment of Analytically Correct. With you, as always, your boy Bredigans, your boy Marty, and with us, as always, your awesome producer Stretch from Public House in Shamrocks on University in Alafaya. Come check us out. The owner has asked us to tell anybody who is watching for the next 45 minutes, if you guys want to come on by and tell them that you're here for Analytically Correct, you get a free 24-ounce Soul beer can, I guess. So it's 24 ounces of free beer. So whatever, you can do that and then leave.
I gotta go to the bar real quick.
Yeah, he's got to make a move. So anyway, so with the pro, and as soon as I end my promo, here's the owner right here. I just got done with all of it. Don't worry, I said it. He's doing the podcast. He's just doing quality control. That's all he's doing. He's just making sure I'm saying things I'm supposed to say, and all that good stuff. Yes, yeah. It's all about tickets. You're good to go.
And a free shirt.
Yeah. But
the one he's wearing.
But anyway, so a lot of stuff happening this past week. You got, we're going further in the NBA playoffs. You got some golf majors going on. Still early in baseball, and somehow the NFL is still up in news and shit like that. And the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs are still going on. So
the Stanley Cup playoffs? I don't think it's called that.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the NHL playoffs.
Either way,
look it up. Not that that's where we want to start. We'll start.
I'm all right with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no doubt that's the coolest trophy in sports, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, even I wanted to start with golf with Koepka and everything,
and what it says.
Oh, okay. Well, F me. Yeah, that's definitely the coolest trophy in sports, and you see everybody shares it and everything like that. Everyone gets some time with it. They eat weird things out of it.
Everybody's name's on it. Whoever wins, your name is on it.
Yeah, I think they should have just kept making it bigger though, because I think
they do. Oh yeah, well they're starting to take stuff off.
They started to get stuff off.
Because otherwise, it's already fucking enormous.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, my brother and I we played in a house where we had a goalie mask and all this stuff. One person we had a box on the wall. We'd be shooting it against the wall.
Nice.
And my dad made us a Stanley Cup out of a Folgers can. And upside down, some kind of a beer mug or something, an actual
awesome.
Stanley Cup wrapped in tinfoil.
This is how I picture everybody's life in Detroit. Just hitting balls at a wall because there's nothing better to do, and your dad making stuff out of coffee and beer cans.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, it was
That's
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Says the guy who grew up in Alabama. So.
No, yeah, of course. I mean, there's all types of poor. No, it was awesome though. I kind of want to remake it now, but yeah, definitely coolest trophy in sports by far.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I wanted to start, I guess, with golf. The PGA Championship was this weekend. If you listened to the podcast last week and you took my advice and you bet on Brooks Koepka at 8-1, you would have won money. I also I got the Preakness winner, War of Will.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I found a way to bet on my site with less than $25 at a time. I only bet $5 on it.
Oh no!
So I don't even think about it as winning $20. I think about it as losing $80.
Oh my God!
But I did pick the winner. So yeah, the PGA Championship was this week, and the Preakness was this week. And I had messaged you guys in the group text that I never rooted for anything more than that jockeyless horse to win. And if you watched it, I don't know if you watched it live or if you watched the replay.
I did not watch it live.
If you watch, the horse was literally with no jockey beating two of the horses with a jockey, for most of the race. It was insane. I don't know if that counts or anything like that, but I mean, if you're those other two horses with jockeys on them, you got to feel kind of bad for losing.
Yeah, you suck. Yeah.
You suck.
You're get out of here. And they're gonna be like, well, we weigh too much. Bullshit, you're a jockey. Weigh less than this straw.
No, I don't even think they would say that. It's just, they all look. I'm not gonna go there, but you all kind of look the same. But
racist.
No, I mean, well, whatever.
Didn't deny it. Just said whatever about it.
It's okay.
2019, grow up.
I don't know what race they are. I mean, they don't have a union or anything. I don't think, but
maybe.
No, the Preakness was awesome. There's all kind of stuff with horse racing this year, and everyone kind of pretends to care for those three races. But whatever. I mean, that's what America's about, But so in the Kentucky Derby, they had the horse Maximum Security that was kind of DQ'd for what his jockey did, and then The owner of that horse is just going full out, like being an asshole. He put a challenge of $5 million for like 5 of the horses that finished ahead of him because of the DQ. He's like, if any of these horses beat my horse in any race for the rest of the year, you get $5 million. And then he kind of took it back. He's like, oh, it's going to go to charity or whatever. Yeah, he's just like...
That's what he explained to your wife, why I'm offering up $5 million of our money.
Right.
Because of stupid shit.
I mean, he does horse racing for a hobby. He's rich. So yeah, that was the Preakness. War of Will won. I think it was like 4 or 5 to 1. But yeah, the PGA Championship, like I said, Brooks Koepka won, and it seems like he's kind of on like a Tiger-like pace. And in the last 23 months, he's won 4 majors, I think.
Yeah, he's back-to-back U.S. Open, obviously PGA Championship, and he win another one?
He won half of his majors in the last 2 years.
It's unreal.
Yeah, and I think he's in like young 20s. So I mean, there was a guy last week who bet on Tiger. I think it was 10 grand. At something like that, and Tiger didn't make the cut, which isn't like super surprising. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, it's a tough course. If either one of us shot there, it would be like we'd shoot a 200.
Oh, without a doubt.
If these guys are barely breaking
sober,
sober
shoot 200.
These guys are barely breaking par. And then it kind of got interesting on Sunday, and it only got interesting because Koepka got up to such a big lead, and he was 4 over.
Yeah.
I turned it on for like an hour because I kind of want to see Dustin Johnson making his charge when he was 1 under.
Turned it on for the right hour. Yeah, Koepka bogey 4 in a row, made things a little interesting, still only winning by 2, so he did just enough to make it not great. Fucking fool.
So, we got the whole new chat thing.
That's awesome. I love it on the side there. Pretty cool shots. Our producer Stretch. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit of a hater on Koepka because he went to Florida State, and no other reason than that. Other than that, I don't give a shit that he didn't kiss his girlfriend on the way there. Like, golf before hose. Dude, if you haven't seen the video, it's fucking fantastic. They're like walking to the first tee, and she tries to kiss him twice, and he's like just rejects her.
To the first tee?
Yeah, like he doesn't start on 6. He has to start on 1.
Yeah.
So he goes to the first tee, and they're walking there.
People just get mad about like stupid shit these days.
It looks no one's getting mad about it. It's fucking fantastic. If you just watch the video later, it's
really, like the Trump
funny.
thing where she tries to hold his hand and he's like, or he tries to hold her hand.
Kinda, but it's not political. It's his sport, so we're all having fun about it. You know, you clearly don't get it, so don't watch it. But yeah, the rest of us will laugh. It's actually quite funny.
I mean, I'll check it out. His girlfriend is hot.
No, you don't have to. No, she actually looks like a totally different person now. I feel like she almost looked hotter beforehand. She looks like, well, it looks like she just spent all the money that he's won on herself. I don't know. I just felt like before she looked. No, I think she just looked more
rich.
I don't know.
She looks richer now.
Richer now, but I mean, before I think she just I don't know. But
this
anyways.
is weird.
I think she just looked better.
Did you look better before?
I thought she did. Like Richard, she just looked like, I don't know, her hair was like fake, and her face just looked different. I thought before, I mean, look, I'm a tit guy, so I thought she looked skinny, big tits, a brunette, fucking good to go, and yeah, she has all this shit. She had this weird jacket on, it had like 25 different colors on, it looked like I don't know, it was really weird. But anyways.
Well, now with the reduction, she can jog comfortably. She's in the best shape of her life.
That's right. Well, we gotta catch a glimpse of these gargoyles.
We gotta make a move.
Yeah, take off. But anyways, getting away from...
So yeah, that's what everybody wants, horse racing and golf talk. I don't care if you want it or not. I like all sports, so I'm going to talk about whatever's going on now. That stuff was all awesome.
She hugged the caddy way longer after the match than she did Brooks.
Oh, all right.
That's great.
It's an insinuation, right?
Hey, I love it. So we got the comments from YouTube and all that shit going on. Man, Stretch is the man. Look at all that shit. So now, obviously, this is just the Facebook comments, but we get... Sorry, I'm very excited. We have all the comments from all of the feeds going on. This is what a professional. Well, you can just go down and then nothing will pop up.
Yeah, so we got that stuff out of the way. That was a couple of the bigger things over the weekend. I got to talk about the NBA now. Portland really disappointed me. Me and Stretch were talking about how the podcast with CJ McCollum and Kevin Durant was kind of disrespecting them. And I don't even know what's more disrespectful, what he said on the podcast or him just sitting out the whole series and they get swept.
Yeah.
And this is talking as somebody who had money on the Blazers for a couple of the games. And it's like, just show up, man. Like, and then the thing happens where it's like, it comes out Damian Lillard has like a rib injury. And that's fine. Like, I'm not saying he wasn't hurt, but if you're on the court, I hate when it comes out after the fact. It's like, oh, I was hurt. It's like the LeBron thing where it's like after whatever game he lost and he comes out with the cast or the wrist.
To your point, I mean, I don't think many athletes would want to say, hey, just so you guys know, before the game starts, I'm hurt. So, I think afterwards, I think it's better to say.
But either don't say it or don't play. I mean, if you're
they're not going to not play. Okay, so you would rather have him not play at all rather than saying it?
I understand that he had a rib injury and everything, and I love Damian Lillard and I love CJ McCollum, and I was really I'm more just disappointed. I'm not even mad. I mean, $25 is $25 to lose, but I'm more just mad. What we were talking about is like the best two backcourts in the league, and then you're gonna lose 3 games in a row when you had a double-digit lead. I think it was like 15 points in a couple of the games, and then they come back and beat them every time. They don't have Cousins, but that was before the series. They don't have Durant. And then after the last game, they don't even have Iguodala. So not even that Cousins and Iguodala, those are starters. So in the playoffs, when you're only starting 7, maybe 8 guys, they're playing Alfonso McKinney in the last game.
And if you're wondering who that is, that's his point.
Yeah, there's a trivia for you. I'll give you $100 if you tell me where we went to college. Like, I have no fucking idea. Alfonso McKinney? I don't even know how to spell the name. I don't even think it's with a PH.
I'll say Houston just because I want $100.
Oh, that's not binding.
I will not let you give me $100.
It's not binding. He doesn't even spell his name with a PH. It's with an F. How do you respect that guy?
Wisconsin, Green Bay.
Oh, close.
I had the right time zone. Central time zone.
Can you look up for me the box score of the last game? I just want to see who the other, besides Clay, Draymond, and Steph, who were the other 2 starters? I'm pretty sure it was like Alfonso McKinney and Kevon Looney. It's just out of frustration that I'm...
While I'm looking this up, you guys see Lillard might get a $191 million contract?
But that's fine. I mean, everyone always says, like, oh, this is this guy a max player? In the NBA, it's like the NBA Hall of Fame. Everybody gets in. In the NBA, max contracts go... Every team can afford 2 max contracts. These guys are going to... And he was way more deserving than some other guys that get it.
So, top scorers are Myers Leonard.
No, that's
Portland.
That's for Portland. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant...
No, Myers Leonard did pop off in that last game. He had 25 in the first half.
So Steph had 37, Draymond had 18.
Oh, just minutes.
Oh, minutes. Oh, okay.
Kevon Looney, Jordan Bell, Alfonso McKinney with an F. See, not even a PH.
Okay. So he had 26 minutes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5th.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
he started. So I mean,
at least win 1 game at home. At least do anything. I mean, give me come on, man.
I'm sure they were saying the same thing. Like, let's just get one guy.
He's trying Jessica or Jennifer or whatever the name was. I understand that, but we've talked before the series about how they had the old disrespect on the podcast. We got excited about it. There was like a rivalry going on and everything like that. And then you're just gonna get swept. Like even the Clippers won 2 games.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else they could have done. I mean, I'm sure they tried. It's not like they didn't, and I'm sure there are going to be people out there saying, "Oh, it was rigged." What sucks is that if Portland had got this to 7, and then Golden State won, I bet people would say it was rigged. So where are those people now?
Well,
we never look at what those people who would say something before the fact.
People who say things are rigged are just idiots. I don't really give a shit.
I know this isn't great for the show, but you are 100% correct. I can't believe I didn't knock this table over my boner just now. Probably because it's not big enough, but it's
so dumb. Like
it's so fucking stupid. You act like you know more than anybody else, and you don't.
It's always people who don't really watch sports too. It's like, oh,
right,
it must be rigged.
Right. Oh, you didn't see fucking Tim Donahue, that guy, whatever. It's like, yeah, he did. So that means everybody did it. So Barry Bonds at 73 home runs in 1 year. I mean, everybody can do it. I mean, it makes no fucking sense. It drives me absolutely up the wall.
It's not rigged. I mean, we could have started we could have started the show with Stretch's distress last week. I want to be I want to be like a sports writer. Actually, when I was in high school, I wanted to do it for a newspaper or a magazine. That's how long ago I knew what I wanted to do. And now newspapers and magazines don't exist. So I was so inspired by Stretch's distress last week. I actually started writing on my computer an article.
Oh, I love it.
I called it "The Death of Tanking." That could be a good idea for traveling drunks too. Do some written stuff. But I had a really vivid description of Stretch standing there. I was like, my friend was whose mouth was open in shock. The NBA draft lottery, if you guys don't know what I'm alluding to, the Knicks had a 14% chance.
Stretch is a Knicks fan.
He's a Knicks fan, and even though it was only a 14% chance, it kind of felt like everybody thought the Knicks were going to win. even though they had an 86% chance, check that math, of not winning it. And to your point, yeah, 86-14.
I know the math.
What's happening?
No, it felt like the Knicks. Everybody thought the Knicks were going to win for sure. Did it not?
I don't know if you can feel who's gonna win the lottery. It's all a ping pong. You can't. There's no feel for that.
Yeah.
It's not like it's if it came down to votes, then yeah, you could feel. Who
There was a lot of build
but-
up where it felt like Knicks fans thought they were going to get Zion, and then of course in Knicks fashion they get the 4th pick. Somehow the Lakers moved up to 5th, and then it kind of brought me to this point with the whole rigged thing. And it's like, if sports are rigged, how does the Pelicans get the 1st pick and Memphis gets the 2nd pick?
100% agree. 'Cause
Why-
If sports is rigged, then how come LeBron went to the Cavs?
Well, because he was born there.
No,
Oh,
that
you're
makes
saying-
no
you're
fucking sense. He
saying-
would have gone to the Knicks.
You're saying with the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes the Knicks and the Lakers should have top 3 picks every single year, or the Celtics.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
obviously not this year.
it's
Celtics,
kind of
but
lottery
it's a
karma.
perfect year for the NBA to accidentally have the Lakers and the Knicks in there because they both are not very good. I was going to say suck, but I'm careful.
No, they do suck.
But your boy said it. But yeah,
They suck
you're,
at
you're
sucking.
Totally right.
The 1 year that they have the worst record, they changed the rules and they don't even have the best odds to get the pay.
Stuart says condolences to Stretch on the NFL draft and the Knicks lotto. Buy that man a drink.
Oh my God.
just hitting him where it hurts.
Yeah, I don't even know. There's nothing you can make fun of more now than like a Knicks fan and a Jets fan who not to jump all over, but why would the Jets fire their GM after the draft and after free agency and then give all the power to Adam Gase?
That is very odd. I'll give you that. That is, I mean, because it's not like you don't have a good player. Well, a good player now.
If you're gonna fire him, that's fine. But why would you not do it before the draft and before all the things that GMs do? It's just weird. It's just another thing you can make fun of New York fans
what type
for.
of year do you think Le'Veon has?
What type of year is he gonna have?
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you take him in the first 2 rounds of fantasy?
I would take him in the top 5.
Le'Veon with the Jets.
He's had a year off to rest, and he was the best running back in football last time he played.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I'd stay away from him.
I don't know about the offensive, character issues. I'm not a character issue guy. If you got that
Clearly.
by now, like,
yeah. I would. The only reason why I would pick him is just to trade him, but I would stay away from him. I think
trade
the
him?
Jets are poisoned this year.
Why?
I don't like Darnold. I don't trust him at all. Their defense was okay last year. They were on the field all the fucking time.
So if you had the 5th pick, who are you taking ahead of Le'Veon Bell? I mean,
Zeke.
Well, that's not going to be the 5th pick. That's going to be like the 1st pick.
Okay.
I'm saying if he gets to 5 and Le'Veon Bell's there, you're taking him.
No.
What do you?
Well, I mean, who was going with, in your mind, who's going 1 through 4?
I mean, it's hard to do off the top of my head.
You're asking me.
Well, no, I'm saying definitely top 5 though. There's not 5 running backs better than Le'Veon Bell in football right now. I mean, for the Saints, help me out. The Saints running back.
What? Oh, dreadlocks. Sorry, it's not NFL season. Fucking went to University of Tennessee. I know who you're talking about. Sorry, I'm trying to look this fucking projected.
What the hell is the Saints running back's name? We have 3 guys here. We can't think about it.
I'm gonna go. Well, I should have gone half PPR rankings, but okay. So Saquon, Elliott. We're through 9
Just
here.
shut the
and I
podcast
don't
off
see
now.
him.
None of us can think about Alvin Kamara's name.
I don't see him through 9. Your boy, still going. What did I say? 2 rounds? Okay, he went to 14th.
Well, this is everything. This is receivers and everything.
Yeah. I said if you had the pick in the draft. I said would you pick him in the first 2 rounds? I didn't say if you had only one running back to pick.
If you take a receiver ahead of a running back in the first round, you're an idiot. First of all.
Well, this is PPR, which is the only way to play fantasy football. But
PPR.
yeah.
Okay, we could have that debate right now. PPR is stupid.
So
you get 1.1 points for a 1-yard catch, and you get 1 point for a 10-yard run. How does that make any sense?
So the backup fullback gets a 1-yard touchdown. All of a sudden, he has more points than DeAndre Hopkins, who has 12 catches for 59 yards.
You're talking about the difference of touch.
You didn't hear what I just said.
Yes, I did. You said the backup fullback gets DeAndre Hopkins more than 15.
12 catches for 59 yards. 12 catches for 59 yards. He's a major part of that offense. 12 catches, and this guy gets 1 carry for 1 yard, and it's 6 points better than 5.9.
You can fix PPR very
Doesn't make any
easily.
sense.
You can fix PPR very easily. It just has to be at least a 10-yard catch. I don't want.
No.
I don't want to.
How many 10-yard catches are there in the game?
all of them except for Jarvis Landry's catches. I don't want a 1 yard.
Every single catch is over 10 yards.
A majority of catches.
No, I would say no.
I don't want a 1 yard catch to count for 10 points.
I'd say over half of the completions last year were under 10 yards.
I mean that's fine, but
Well, no, you said over the majority of catches are over 10.
what's easier, a 10-yard catch?
It's not what's easier. It's a
should
major part of the offense.
It should be weighted with points for what takes more effort.
So why do you draft the main running back instead of the backup running back? Because he's on the field more, right? He gets more plays. So then that's exactly what I'm saying. So if these plays mean more, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Why would you draft the guy who is more integral to the offense than the backup? If the backup gets 1 yard, 1 touchdown, and 6 points, and you're drafting the starter who gets 5.9 points, why aren't you drafting the backup?
So if you want PPR, why don't you get points per rush?
Because they get 30 a game. Wide receivers don't get 30 a game.
You want a 1 yard catch to count for 1.1 points.
Not 1.1. What is this decimal? No, it's 1 point per catch. Oh, 1 point. Okay,
With
yeah.
a
So
1 yard
yeah.
catch, yeah.
No, because running backs get it 30 times a game. Wide receivers don't get 30 times. They don't even get thrown to 30 times a game.
A catch that goes for -5 yards counts as half a point. How does that make any kind of sense?
Because it's not this. He still had to catch it, and don't give me that. That's what he's supposed to do. Because
It's a-
quarterbacks are
It's
paid.
a bubble screen. Nobody's defending him behind the line of scrimmage.
So offense.
It should be at least a 10-yard catch.
Then, okay, well if it's a bubble screen and it's behind, then that's a rush. Just saying.
Maybe, I don't know.
Your boy would go 9th in half PPR.
Half PPR, Jesus Christ.
Let's go standard.
I just don't have. I mean, PPR is fine because if it's in a league, obviously everybody.
Standard, he'd still be 9th. So like I said, I don't even.
So who's ahead of him? Okay, David Johnson.
A wide receiver's ahead of him.
Devontae Adams, that's dumb.
2 wide receivers are ahead of him. David Johnson's on the.
How is Devontae Adams the second receiver?
This is fantasypros.com. This is not everybody's, but I'm just saying this is a legit website that I'm on. And it looks like Le'Veon is not. How many running backs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Anyways,
6.
But besides talking about other fantasy bullshit, a couple of things happened in the NFL this week. Doug Baldwin, one of the most underrated receivers of all time, got cut by the Seahawks. It was like a medical issue, and then I think he retired, right?
Good riddance.
What?
I don't like Doug Baldwin.
Well, you don't like anybody. Doug Baldwin never did anything to anybody. Why don't you like Doug? If you take someone's sandwich in the locker room, why don't you like Doug Baldwin?
He always goes back to that. It's always good. If you say it for the 100th time, it's even better than the 99th, right?
Hey, stretch
Because
laugh.
you can't keep up with your own
Stretch
jokes.
laugh.
That's okay.
So that's all I'm doing here.
He's laughing for the 25th time.
Why don't you like Doug Baldwin?
I just thought that I just think I'm supposed to like him.
You don't like anybody.
I don't think he's very. I just don't think he's that good.
You didn't. What? Not that good. It was the best receiver on a Super Bowl team.
They didn't have a very strong receiver core. They never had a very strong receiving core.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
I just asked
There's
you for
15.
I asked
15
you.
wide receivers that are better than him. Everybody thinks
There's
that
not
he's
15.
this awesome.
There's not 15 receivers that are better than him.
Yes.
No.
But
I asked you for a reason why you didn't like him, and you're like, I just don't like him. I don't know. To prove my point, you don't like anybody.
I was supposed to, everybody's like, well, well, why don't you? Why don't you like him? That's crazy. It's not. Well, why don't you like him? You're not interested in my opinion. You're upset why I don't.
I just wanted to
Same thing with no. The way you said it, no. That's not what it is. Let's go back to that wide receiver thing.
Look up the
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, look up the stats.
Devontae Adams.
Look up the receiving stats last year.
Odell Beckham, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Cluster, which I would disagree with. I'm not huge on him either.
That's not his name, first of all, and second of all, he's not better than Doug Baldwin.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Sorry, I said
Call him-
Cluster. I do that every time.
A candy bar.
I've done that before. Mike Evans, T.Y. Hilton, A.J. Green, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper.
Juju Smith-Cluster.
I mean, all these players.
Amari Cooper's not better than him, first of all.
Yes, he is.
Because he's on the Cowboys.
No. Okay, well, but name next Cowboy or anybody. Okay, that's the first Cowboy I mentioned. Okay, would you take Doug Baldwin or A.J. Green?
The guy who stays healthy, I would take Doug Baldwin.
Oh, Jesus.
If they're going to be healthy, for sure, for 16 games, I'll take A.J. Green.
What universe do you know that
A.J.
they
Green,
know when they're going to be healthy or not? What
Doug Baldwin always plays most of the game. Well, actually, he's kind of hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. It's just, all right, whatever. I try to have a good moment for this guy, Doug Baldwin. I try to respect his career, and you just come in here and shit on him.
Yeah. I don't like Doug Baldwin, man. It's
all right,
these
fine.
Guys he's fucking awesome.
Well,
bullshit. He's fucking under. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. He's gone anyways, so you don't have to deal with
Thank
him anymore.
God. Got to deal with anybody catching fucking. He's another one of those guys that, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, PPR. Cam Chancellor also. So most of those guys from those Seahawks Super Bowl teams are gone. Cam Chancellor, all the other guys who left, Richard Sherman, obviously different team. So I just try to have a good moment, for Doug Baldwin and just remember his career and you just shit all over him.
I can't wait for him to fucking talk about us on our analytically correct page here. His phone must be dead.
No.
Hey, does he have your same charger? Sorry. Anyways, we got a bunch of feedback on this one.
Gerald McCoy got released by the Bucks.
That was a little bit of a surprise, but
Isn't
I
that
haven't
weird?
looked. I haven't looked into it, so I'm sure there's some type of reason.
Well, they pretty much said just because he's making $13 million, but wasn't he one of the best D tackles in the past couple of years?
I'll be honest. You have to ask a Bucks fan that, and I'm not talking shit. I would ask a Bucks fan if he's.
I already know he was in the last couple of years. He was one of the best D tackles. Does talent fall off that fast, to where you just release a Gerald McCoy, and then Ndamukong Suh is still on the market? So, I mean, it seems value.
Signed by the Bucks.
Signed by the Bucks. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense then. Oh, I didn't know that. When did that happen?
Today.
Oh, okay. Well, I was asleep, so I was asleep, so I didn't see that.
I did not hear any of this. I'm sure I'm going to make clip of the week by commenting on that.
Do you know anything about the contract stretch or how much he was making? Because pretty much when they released Gerald McCoy, all they said is he was scheduled to make $13 million. Oh, bucks. Hey, got it. But it was just weird because I mean he was dominant for a while there. I mean Hard Knocks wasn't that long ago, and he was like the main guy on that team. Anything else in the NFL? Oh, that's what I had written down was Gerald McCoy. What I was gonna say, if you want to switch over to MLB, I had it written down. Are the Yankees the best team in baseball?
No.
But they have the best record in one of the best divisions.
That must mean they're the best. So I guess we're done.
Let me finish my sentence.
Sorry.
They had the best record in one of the best divisions without any of their main players playing.
They only have 2 teams in that whole division that are above 500. How is it the best division? The NL Central has 4 teams above 500, and we're the only one.
Well, the season's still.
Oh, okay, so we can't call them the best, even though they're in the best division.
Well, everyone thinks the Red Sox record's going to come up. Obviously, like the Red Sox are not what
Everybody
their record
thinks,
shows.
but it hasn't yet.
But my main point was because they beat the Rays over the weekend, they took over the lead in the division, and they haven't had most of their players for most of the season.
I'll buy that for sure.
I'm
Surprising.
I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying
it's beyond surprising why that they are where they are. It's beyond surprising.
They're 12 games over, and like Luke Voigt is their best player right now.
I know they just got.
So I was just asking the question. I mean, I'm not saying they definitely are. If you look at the division leaders, I mean, you could probably say the Astros.
So.
The Astros are probably better.
The Astros are awesome. But again, they're in a shitty division as well. 4 of the 5 teams are below 500.
How are the Angels?
Yeah, they're not very good. I'm gonna make a case for my Cubs and the Dodgers. I fucking hate the Dodgers, but the Dodgers probably are better than the Cubs right now.
You know what sucks is you have the best player in baseball, and it doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, what is the Angels?
Well, look at where they'd be without him. If the Angels, who are 22 and 25, did not have Mike Trout, they would probably be 11 and 36.
That's what I'm saying. It's so disappointing because they're probably not going to make the playoffs again. Like, how many years are we going to go into like our baseball lives without seeing Mike Trout in a meaningful game?
Well, maybe because he signed there for a long time, maybe more free agents will want to go there and want to play with him, and then
I don't think
get
that's
it
how
up.
baseball works. To me, it seems
You might
like
be right, but
to me it seems like most of the guys go where the money is. I don't. It's not like the NBA where
so they don't care about winning in baseball, just where the money is.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. Which baseball player can you point to and say he went there because he cares about winning?
Almost every older guy. I mean,
after they made their money. I mean, it's not.
Well, everybody cares about money, but okay, so there's not one baseball player that didn't make any money and then was going to get a huge contract, but he went to some place to win.
One that you could point to dismantle my own argument is like Christian Yelich. He's like, I don't want to sit around on the Marlins and do nothing for my whole career. And then as soon as he goes to the Brewers, how are the Brewers
offer him
doing?
a lot though. The Brewers they're 1 game behind us.
They didn't offer him a lot. He was under contract for multiple years. That was the worst trade the Marlins made was the Yelich trade because he was under contract for multiple years at like a team-friendly contract. and they traded him because he was unhappy in the clubhouse. Like,
Right.
who cares? You're paid to play. Play here.
I think, damn it, I think Danny beat me to it. I'm pretty sure I was going to look it up right now, but I think that the Marlins traded Yelich.
That's what I said.
No, he said he was signed for years.
Yeah, and they traded him because he was unhappy in the clubhouse.
Oh, so now it's not about signing with somebody else. It's about what you're doing in the clubhouse and then them trading you?
Well, free agent signings, but also...
That's not a free agent signing. That's them trading.
I'm saying free agent signings are, all the players are going, they're not basing it on winning. If you go all the way back like to A-Rod, he's going to Texas. It's like he didn't go there to win. He went there because they paid him the most money. I'm saying for Christian Yelich, if you want to say somebody went somewhere for winning, he didn't want to sit on the Marlins for his whole career and not make any money and not win also.
I'll always give it back to Fernandez dying. I mean, they were ready to win then. That was not a team that was struggling. That was a team that was winning.
Their outfield was Marcelo Zuna,
Everybody knows, yeah.
Stanton, and Yelich.
They were ready to win with a solid pitching staff as well.
And one of the top 3 to 5 pitchers in baseball.
Yes. So it's not like they were struggling. They were ready to win. And then when the unfortunate events happened, then that's when something happened. So it's not like...
They swept the Mets, which is pretty embarrassing also for New York sports. Just another thing against New York sports. The Marlins swept the Mets. I think it was like their first sweep of the year. The guy they got in the Ozuna trade, the Marcelo Ozuna trade, was Alcantara. He pitched a complete game, 2 hits, like 8 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I know that is because I bet on the Mets.
I picked them up in my other fantasy league just because I figured that the Mets weren't going to do well, just like a spot start, and it ended up turning out okay for me.
I've gotten so low in my betting life that I bet against the Tigers. We just suck. Let me just make some money. Let me just make some money off of it. But I had them in a 2-team parlay. I had the Tigers against Oakland. Tigers, I think, lost in a suspended rain delay, and then of course the Mets fucked it up and they lost to the Marlins. Syndergaard, I think, gave up like 4 hits, 5 hits, and they lost.
By the way, just to go back, I texted my boy who's a huge AJ Green fan and said my partner here says that Doug Baldwin is better than AJ Green. He probably thinks Andy Dalton is better than Russell Wilson too.
I didn't necessarily say AJ Green is better than Doug Baldwin is better than AJ Green.
You chose Doug Baldwin because you're like, well, if he's going to stay healthy, well, no one knows they're going to stay healthy. Who would you pick?
Every year the Bengals go like 3-1 or 4-2, and then AJ Green gets hurt and they lose like 8 of their next 9 games.
No.
AJ Green gets hurt every single year.
I don't think so.
Well, if we had to bet $5 right now, will AJ Green play 16 games this year?
I'll bet $5 on that one.
He will not. I guarantee it.
That's fine.
I think he's already out for the first game, so I think
They're already done.
you think he just had toe surgery or something like that? Even Julio Jones plays more games than him, and Julio Jones has like 4 toes. Look it up. He has 4 toes.
There you go.
Is that true?
Yes, look it up. Julio Jones has 4 toes.
I'm not looking that up because that sounds gross.
No
I'm
rings.
gonna look up
No
AJ
rings, 4
Green's.
toes. What are you looking up for AJ Green now?
I'm looking up his games per year.
There's never going to be 16, I guarantee that. Maybe 16 in his whole career.
There you go. But anyway, so while we're waiting on this lovely fast internet
I don't know if you
watch.
watch. You don't watch boxing at all, do you?
I really don't mind it. I have not watched it in the past few years.
There was like kind of not controversy, but there was like headlines because Deontay Wilder. There's like 3 heavyweight champs right now: Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. All of them have different promoters, so they haven't been fighting each other. I think there was Wilder fought Tyson Fury, I think, and wound up winning.
Nice.
But there was kind of like a Rocky type headline where Deontay Wilder was fighting this guy named Brazil, and he pretty much said like boxing gives you a legal right to kill somebody, and he's like, so if I kill this guy, it's fine.
Deontay Wilder went to my high school. I ran track with him.
Yeah, I would not fuck with that guy.
No, he was cool. He would not recognize me, but
he knocked him out in the first round. It was like vicious too. Like this guy's
15, 16, 16, 16, 16. So 16 4 times and 15 once. Only 1, 2, 3 times has he gone 9, 10, and 13, which 13 could have been something else, but yeah. So 9, and 10. So almost full season. I'm assuming they rested him the last game. Full season.
You're assuming that they rested him in the last game? Why? Because they were resting for the playoffs?
No.
Why would they rest him for the last
If you're 13 and 12, Do you want to start your star players that last game?
13 and 12. That's 25 games.
I'm sorry, 3 and 12. 3 and 12, which is 15 because you're playing the 16th game.
So half of his career, he's played all the games.
Okay.
How about Doug Baldwin?
I'm just saying, but AJ Green's a better wide receiver than Doug Baldwin.
Did you? So he had boxing. Did you see the Kyrgios thing? The tennis where the guy did a Phil Knight and threw the fucking chair onto the court.
No.
Oh my God, it's a funny.
Bobby Knight.
What I say, Phil Knight?
Yeah, that's all right though. That's
Who
man. That's.
Who the hell's Phil Knight? That's the Nike guy, right? Or the Under
Oh,
Armour guy?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he pulled a.
That's awesome.
He pulled
I didn't see that.
He pulled a full Bob Knight and literally threw the chair onto the court. So you can't play tennis and act like that. It's kind of like it would be the equivalent would be like if you're playing golf and like if you hit a bad drive or for like the third hole in a row and you snap your club. Like nobody does that in the PGA Tour.
No, yeah, it's only happened a couple times.
The
but
guy
yeah, you're right.
the guy
All
literally
those.
threw his chair onto the court.
There's Doug Baldwin's. So he's never caught 100 balls in a single season.
They also run the ball like 7 million times a
Oh,
year.
that's true. That's true.
What is
AJ
it?
Green has caught 100 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight years. And last year when he only played 9, he caught 77. So
People want to know more about AJ or
I love it.
Toes.
the
Julio
toes
Jones'
gross.
toes?
Look it up.
Look it up.
Well, because Stewart and Tate are big Bama fans.
Oh yeah, if they don't know, look it up. He doesn't have one
Porto
toe.
Julio. Okay, great.
He said they want to know more. He doesn't have a toe.
Okay, go to Google.
You go to Google.
What are we supposed to say? Okay, so he has
He
4
said,
toes.
he said they want to know more. I don't
He
know.
has one less than 5, one more than 3. They're on his feet. They have nails on them. They
More,
might
man.
have lint. I'm not sure.
Jesus. Look, while you're at it with feet, look up Shaq's feet. It's gross.
You guys are always on this feet thing.
What? I'm always on a feet.
Yeah, you said him, and there was somebody else. It was Shaq and someone else's foot. It was fucking gross.
Charles Barkley, I think.
Yeah.
Look,
You said I want to know about the situation. Anybody else? I'm looking at the comments. You said it.
so Stretch wanted to know more. That's why he said it.
Doug Baldwin didn't even start till year 4.
Oh my God. Why do you hate Doug Baldwin? I don't understand.
No. But I'm just. You said that he was better, so I'm just letting you know that he's not.
Stu said it too.
I never
Stewart's a
even
fool.
necessarily said that he was better. I just said like, I want to. I don't know. Whatever. He sucks. Fine. He sucks.
Tate said I didn't say shit about toes. Tate's great.
Did you watch any of the double overtime with the Raptors and Bucks?
Dan
No.
wants to know too. How would he lose them?
Dan wants to know about the toes?
Yes.
Fucking no, Google it, because he don't know and I don't know.
People
So
want to know.
someone's gonna have to Google
He had a
it.
surgery. He had to get rid of a toe, I think. I don't know.
Does he have
I'm assuming it didn't get ripped off in a grizzly bear or some like type of
He
match.
has one less toe than AJ Green has rings. Wait.
Yeah,
Matt's
there you
checking.
go. Yeah.
One less toe, one more ring.
You'll figure it out. It's all right.
No, I won't.
I don't know who Dan Stone Rock is, but
Yeah,
great.
but that's my roommate.
Oh.
My friend Dan. He cooks steaks.
Is there like a Google epidemic in the country right now that nobody has this? All right, here we go. This is what the podcast has come to.
What players in sports do you like that are outside of your team?
Julio. I like a lot of other players. You shouldn't me. It's not just all these
Seems like you don't
players.
like anybody.
That's ridiculous. I was a huge Joe Dumars fan. I love that guy.
All right, I'll take that. Vinny Johnson, the microwave, heating up quick.
I loved Allen Houston. A huge Allen Houston guy. University of Tennessee for the next.
A side note, which this entire podcast could just be called side notes. This is all side notes. Do you see Memphis for college basketball is having like a really good recruiting class?
No, is that all Penny?
I have no idea. It seems like in the next 3 or 4 years, they're definitely going to have like an FBI scandal going on.
Oh well,
Because-
first of all, Memphis does that shit all. I mean, they're notorious for that shit.
Well,
and Penny Hardaway's their head coach.
When Calipari was there, like, how the fuck is John Calipari recruiting Memphis? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's just paying the players. They have the #1 recruiting class in the country right now, Memphis. The last time Memphis was relevant was like Derrick Rose. What was that, like 10 years ago?
Yeah. There goes and Tyreek Evans. Did he go there too?
Oh yeah, Tyreek Evans also
Who was
got,
kicked out of the league for 2 years.
for
by
2
the way.
years, yeah, which is weird. It couldn't have been weed. It had to have been like some other drug besides weed, because you don't get kicked out of the league for weed for 2 years.
Well, it was. No, because he had previous violations for it as well.
So stupid.
He had to have surgery on his foot, so I guess that's how he lost it.
Speaking of like the
turf toe, everybody. Thank God we got to the bottom of that.
That's what happens when you don't have a toe with Julio Jones. You can't get turf toe.
Memphis State.
Memphis State. The whole Magic Johnson thing. Speaking of the Fab Five.
Fab Four in some of our cases, but it's all right.
For Julio Jones, Fab Four toes. We weren't speaking about it.
I think he still has 5 toes.
It's 4 toes, man.
No.
Well, it's 9 toes. But
no, I think he still has all of them.
You didn't? You're looking it up right now?
Yeah, he has surgery on. No, that's what I've been saying the whole time. I'm like, what are we getting? What are we getting at in our lives where I have to look up fucking the amount of toes on athletes' feet?
You're an important person, and this needs to be done. This is important.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it, but I don't agree with you this time.
Such a good boy.
Good God.
No, we weren't speaking about it, but speaking of the Pistons, or the Michigan head coach search, they're looking at Ed Cooley and Juwan Howard. I don't even know how I feel about that necessarily. Like, just because you're a good player, I mean, he's been pretty much a player coach for the Heat for like the last 5 years. But speaking of that, Rob Pelinka, who was on the Fab Five, one of the white guys who you didn't see in the documentary, Magic Johnson went on First Take and pretty much just like said, Rob Pelinka is the reason I left, and he kind of backstabbed me and all this kind of stuff.
Shit.
He's looking up Julio Jones' picture.
That's what the fucking people want, apparently, goddamnly. So fucking stupid.
You have to put toe in the search.
There's his foot right there. It's fine. He had surgery on the middle one.
What's that over there?
That looks like a toe.
It doesn't look like a toe to me.
What are you talking about? That's a full fucking foot.
There's no toe there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a full fucking inch.
Ew, what is that?
Oh my Jesus.
Is it a bunion? He has 6 toes. That's weird.
He has all of his toes.
That's gross. He does not have all of his toes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This little piggy went to market.
This
little piggy stayed home.
This picture's not updated.
This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy went all the way away, all to his fucking
You know
foot.
who does have all of his toes? Doug Baldwin. Great toes.
And doesn't have as many catches.
The best toes. That's 6 toes. I changed my mind. He doesn't have 4 toes. He has 6 now. It was weird. It's a bunion or something.
I hate my life. What just happened?
I waited an extra half an hour for this shit.
Like I just want to talk about sports.
I could have been watching the Cubs.
And not limbs on humans. Unbelievable. Anyways, so sports.
Oh man.
Cubs are looking okay. What the hell else we got? The NHL playoffs are going. The Stanley Cup playoffs to some.
It's that conflicted thing. It's like I'm kind of rooting for the Bruins a little bit, but I also hate half. I like half of the Boston fans I know, and I hate the other half so much.
You hate your regular that comes in. Oh, it's been 12 months since.
No, it's even worse than what you just said, and just
8 months.
This
whatever.
guy looks like a snake. Like as much as a human, he looks like Voldemort. He's like, it's been like, no, he says it's been like 3 months since Boston won a championship. It's a travesty. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Never
Doesn't
won.
know the difference between travesty and tragedy, but that's fine.
Travesty and tragedy.
His boy, not you. But I can't.
No, it's just so annoying. Like as a fan of a team, as all teams that never won anything in my life. I mean, Michigan won the football championship in '96, but nothing that I've ever seen as like a grown adult that I remember.
When the Red Wings win.
Well, I don't really count that.
Okay, I was gonna say they've won since
They won like 3 or 4 times in the '90s, which is like my happiest sports. What's your happiest sports memory? Have any of your teams won a championship, or like what's your most happy sports memory?
It turns out in 2016, the Cubs of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Won the 7th game of a 7-game series.
That was your happiest moment?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cubs
You don't gotta
winning.
be a dick about it.
Cubs
trying to bring
winning
up a happy
the World
memory.
Series. And haven't the Pistons won the fucking? They won in 2003, right?
I'm pretty much.
Fucking Tate knows what's going on. Tate, thank you, Tate.
I'm pretty much talking about Michigan college sports. Like the most thing I care about is.
So
college.
just one school, one team.
I just want
Michigan college sports.
I want to win the fucking college football championship. Is that too much to ask?
I'm just saying.
There was a story on the Levitard show. Mike Ryan was in New York. They did a show over the weekend in New York, live at the Gramercy Theater. And Mike Ryan went to a Yankees game. He's like the producer. He's like the stretch of that show.
Okay.
And he was at a Yankees game, and he saw Jim Harbaugh with his dad at a Yankees game. And he brought a glove to the game. First of all, how old do you have to be to not bring a glove to a game? Like 6?
Oh well, I mean,
Did you bring a glove to any of your games that you went and
no. I'm okay with people
just because
bringing
you
gloves.
forgot though, right? You would have brought it.
Yeah, TSA would have been happy with it. I'm
So,
okay bringing gloves to games.
He literally told a story. Jim Harbaugh has like a
Can't see
baseball or something with it. He's throwing it so hard into his glove. He hit the lady in front of him in the head, and literally she had to put he bought her a bottle of water to put on her neck. He hit the lady in front of him with a.
Well, don't bring a ball either, because I mean.
But he was trying so hard to get a foul ball. It's like the most Jim Harbaugh thing ever.
I just don't understand why would you bring a ball you don't have a catch with?
Himself. He was throwing it into his own glove.
And that chick's vertebrae, I guess.
He was being a Jim Harbaugh. He was doing exactly what you thought Jim Harbaugh would do.
Yeah, hurt women, I guess. I don't know.
No, we're not Penn State, right? We're not Ohio State.
That's men.
Yeah, that is. Just want to get that in there.
Get that in there.
Okay, so that's fine. The Pistons won a championship, but I was really young.
And the Red Wings.
But I was also
and
really
the Tigers have won.
not in my lifetime.
No? Oh, they went to the World. No, didn't they?
We had like one of the best pitching staffs of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, and
The
got swept. We got swept. Yeah.
Red Sox.
In my lifetime, like I think when the Pistons won was like 03, so I would have been not good at math. No,
I've never had one in my life. Sorry, man. No worries. Oh, no worries.
Anyways, no, the Pistons won. The Red Wings won a lot, and that was when I followed hockey more. But yeah, so yours would have been the Cubs. I mean, obviously the Browns haven't won. Your Cowboys.
No, Cubs, and then probably like the Gators winning in 06 and 08.
Oh my God,
That was all right.
I hate the Gators so
I
much.
had a good old time there. The 06 one was pretty sweet because we went back to back in well, not back to back, but you won football and basketball, so that was pretty sweet.
Those Gators years, you didn't actually go to UF, right?
I didn't go to any college, so I don't have allegiance anywhere.
That would have been a fucking time. You would have been there at that time when Tebow
Yeah.
was there.
I would have been
It was like back-to-back
freshman, yeah.
It was like back-to-back championship basketball years.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have had one or two drinks. One or two ladies too. Sorry, Ashley, if you're watching, but it's a fact. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, the Cowboys have. I mean, I barely remember them winning. In 1995, I was 8. I barely remember.
That's what I mean. In my adult sports life, like pretty much when I started betting, I've never had a team win a championship. I think I've said earlier on the podcast, Michigan lost to Louisville in the college basketball final. I cried in a Smoky Bones bathroom. That was a low point in my life.
It happens, man.
I was at Ale House the last time when they lost to.
I'm not getting the YouTube comments, so if Stuart says something funny, just let me know. It's just blurry for some reason.
It is a little bit blurry.
But Tate says, as an Arkansas fan, I have pointless games that are great in my mind. Okay, that's great. I have pointless games that are in my mind that are good times.
I'm trying to remember an Arkansas game that I ever remember watching. I think I might have won a bet with like Arkansas plus like 45 against Alabama.
Well, when Tate was 3, they won the national title in basketball with Corliss Williamson in 1994. With Bill Clinton, I think, was on the sideline for that one as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was like the running back. I was like, I don't think that's true.
No. And this is a totally different sport. This is basketball. But yeah, no, he went to Arkansas as well. Thanks, Tate. But yeah.
Do you have any feelings for NBA playoffs? I mean, you see the Warriors swept the Trailblazers. Now they're going to be in the finals. It's kind of weird with the Kevin Durant injury. They're kind of saying it's more serious than we thought. Everyone thought at the time, when I messaged you guys in the group chat, that he tore his Achilles. And they're saying that he strained his calf, but he's out multiple weeks.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
You think the Warriors are going to win again? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they can do what they did to the Blazers against like the Bucks or the Raptors.
I don't think so either, but I think they win. I know a lot of people were gung ho on the Blazers. Actually, one of my good buddies, Blake Barter Savage, posted on Facebook. I got Blazers and Raptors. Someone bet me, and I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't think it was going to pay up. So
Blazers and Raptors like in the finals?
yeah. Well, no, not to win a popularity contest. Like, yeah, to win the teams that they were playing at the time. And then, yeah, someone, actually Brian Beach, I think, commented on there. He's like, I got $100 on the Warriors. He's like, done. I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Almost like the best betting model would be just wait until the Warriors are down 15 points and take the live odds for them to win the game, because they're always coming back. I was watching the game last night and they were down like 12 or 13 going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, you know they're gonna come back, and then somehow they come back. It's not even somehow. It's insane. I just want a good team. I just have a fucking good team in my life. I'm just about to start switching teams. I'm about to be like Kevin Durant. He's gonna become a Warriors fan. This is bullshit. No free agents are ever gonna come to the Pistons. We got Blake Griffin by a trick. The Clippers tricked him. He signed and then they traded him.
A mess. But anyways.
How do you feel about player coaches as far as like going back to the Michigan thing of Juwan Howard? I'm not necessarily against it, but it doesn't mean he's going to be a good.
Oh, okay. Ex-player coach.
Okay.
So like Patrick, that's like Bill Russell in the finals.
So like
LeBron now.
Patrick Ewing is the coach of.
So ex-players being coaches.
Yeah. So Patrick Ewing, where is he coaching right now? Georgetown.
Right. I mean, it's working out okay for Steve Kerr.
Well, no. I mean more. Well.
I mean, he played, so.
Yeah, but he has all the best players. Like. What? He has all the best players.
He's not making them lose? I mean, you could argue that
if I coached that team right now, would they win the finals?
No.
Why not? I know basketball.
Draw one play.
I'll do it right now.
On an inbounds play right before halftime.
Whatever I draw up, they're going to jack up a three anyway, so I'll draw it up and you fill in.
Can't wait.
Is it basketball X's and O's? Do I do an X and an O?
You can do stick figure players.
I'm gonna draw Steph Curry right now.
It depends on if it's a 20 or a full.
All right, I'm drawing up a play, and I'm gonna show it to the screen.
Sweet mother of God. Anyways.
Hang on, I'm drawing it up.
Sure.
And I'm gonna be the Warriors coach, and I'm gonna draw the play.
Tate says Marty for Coach of the Year.
Okay,
without a doubt. You already got one vote.
Okay, so if I were to coach the Warriors, that would be the difference of them winning and losing the championship.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
How are you serious?
So they don't need a coach. So why even have a coach?
That's what I'm.
Why do the Warriors have a coach? If you're the brass, of the Warriors,
basketball. Look, it doesn't have the.
Why do you have a coach then? Because in your own words, you don't need a coach. In your own words, you don't need a coach. Why do you need one?
If you're the Warriors, you don't need a coach.
In your own words, the Warriors don't need a coach. So why don't they need a coach?
Because that's how it's always been done, and things in sports people keep doing because it's always been done.
So they're just wasting money on someone to sit and yell.
How many more games?
That's wasting. That's a lot of money they're paying Steve Kerr.
How many more games would the Lakers win if LeBron was the coach, or how many? What's the difference in games?
No. So
how is Luke Walton? Just hang on.
Okay.
How is Luke Walton more qualified to be an NBA coach than LeBron? He used to be a player. He played the game, but he wasn't as good as LeBron. He's not as basketball smart as LeBron. How is he?
You're talking about an all-time NBA sports mind to Bill Walton.
In Luke Walton?
LeBron, bro.
You just said
an
Bill
all-time
Walton's
sports
son.
mind.
Yeah. Okay.
LeBron.
So why do they have Luke Walton as a coach?
He had to go through an interview process. You have to have somebody coaching that team.
There's my play.
Is it just like players running around saying "fuck Brett"? Is that all it is?
No, why would I? I would never.
I don't know.
I would never say that. Is it showing up on the thing? This is a little bit behind.
It's showing up.
Do you want to see my play?
No. We'll talk. Solid.
Let me see. Is it showing up?
I'm sure that's
Oh,
pretty
perfect.
clear.
Yeah. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
So my bot said, "Man, that's a lame play."
Well, it's been working out for him so far.
You got no screens. You got nobody cutting towards the basket.
It's Steph Curry. If you guys can't see it clearly, it's Steph Curry shooting at three.
Gotcha.
That's my play.
All right. Well, there you go. Does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about tonight? Jesus Christ.
Read the comments.
I'm looking at it.
What is this?
It's Curry shooting a 3. Yeah, if you don't think Kerr's a good coach, get the fuck out of here. Kerr's a good coach, and they need a coach there. If you don't have a coach, they're going to lose. You have to have a coach there.
If I was the coach, I would know the substitutions. I can draw up plays. I can do all that.
Do you think you would pass the interview process? You have to pass the interview process. It's not like it just happens. You just get a notification like you're waiting for your table at Applebee's. Like, okay, I'm the coach now, so
it would
you
have to
pass
be
the interview process.
as long as the interview is after 7 o'clock. If it's like 7:30, I can make it.
Then you're done. Okay, so after 7. Okay, I got you. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But the interview process is alone. Like these people don't just say, well, he used to play, so he's good.
It seems like that's what they say.
They interview so many people.
Really?
Yes.
Jason Kidd.
I'm not a big Jason Kidd fan, but I'm sure they probably have the same thoughts that you do.
He's the assistant
and saying that,
coach
well,
in the
he's
Lakers.
been to multiple NBA Finals. He's 3rd all time in threes. He's
Mark Jackson with a job. I mean,
yeah, there you go.
he literally had Giannis and the team that's about to go to the finals. Well, God willing, Jesus. I think the only thing going against the Bucks is that I bet on them. But God willing, he had Giannis and that Bucks team, and literally he Mark Jackson them. Where, if you Mark Jackson, I'm using it as a verb, but he had the Warriors team, and literally the year after he left, maybe coaching matters actually, yeah, because after Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr got there, then they kind of took off a little bit.
I was gonna say the phrase that you said when you first walked in, but I'm not going to, and I'll tell you why after we cut. But
The phrase I said when oh yeah, don't say that. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh man.
About the thing with it's like don't say that.
Unbelievable. Anyways, well, yeah. Gordo's here. Gordo actually knows a shit ton about sports. That guy's awesome. Big Red Sox fan. He's a real quiet talker. You guys ever talk to him?
It's like a Seinfeld thing, like a low talker.
No, he screams. He's
Being facetious.
a loud talker, and it's not like I'm talking shit like behind his back or even to his face. I'm in the same fantasy league. I'm in 2 fantasy leagues as him, and one of my team names is Gordo's Never Ending Stories.
But they're PPR, so they don't really count.
But that's the only way to play. But yeah, he's if you ever see Gordon Jackman out, ask him about 2002 Pedro Martinez. You should ask him about that. He'll go on a 45-minute rant without taking a breath. It's fantastic.
It sounds like I don't want to ask him.
Oh, it's awesome. It's fantastic. He just enjoys talking about the Red Sox. But anyways, and their fucking bullshit history that they've just saying, it should be us, blah blah blah. But anyways.
Oh, he said love you too, Brett.
I have it on over here too.
That's a good guy.
That's
I thought he was here. I was looking around.
he might be. He actually likes public house. He's a cool dude. Anyways, is there anything else you guys want to talk about really quick? Gordo, you got any trivia questions for us, Gordo? I'll give him 30 seconds on that. But yeah, before we get into all that, just gonna shout out again. We're here at Public House and Shamrock Liquors here on University in Alafaya. Great places. They haven't ended yet. Thanks a lot, Gordo. But yeah, if you guys have any place, it's just like Public House is a really awesome place to just kind of chill and get a drink. If you don't, it's not going to be like a totally outrageous atmosphere. I mean, listen to how I'm talking right now. It's not going to be. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the anti-Wild Wings. Like you're going to come here, get good service, and awesome drinks.
We were at the last week was every first Tuesday of the month they do like the comedy special thing. I think there was a guy from New York and he described it as I've never done comedy at a speakeasy that was built in 1995.
Oh yeah. It's just a cool vibe in here, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But
if you don't want to have like super loud music bumping into
who lead the NBA Finals? Okay.
What does that say? That's not a complete sentence.
Who led the NBA Finals in assists, points, in the paint, blocks, steals, and boards? What year? Are you talking, like right now? Who leads? Is there an S at the end of that?
We're not even in the finals.
Because we're not in the finals. Western Conference Finals. Who led the Western Conference Finals in assists, points, in the paint, blocks, steals, and boards? I'm sure everybody is going to say Draymond, but I'm not going to say that because that's what everybody's going to say.
Yeah, because it's a FCAT
Western
question.
Conference
We have to use
Finals,
context clues.
Who's Portland's big man down low?
Myers Leonard.
I'll go Myers Leonard.
No, I said that. It's mine.
I'll get.
Is he gonna say it or?
Well, it's a little delay. Tate said Akeem Olajuwon.
Well, that was
I mean, what?
that was last year.
Yeah, that's right. This year, yes. Thanks, Tate. Hey!
I got it right?
I mean, I said the person. Well, I didn't say it, but I was like, I bet it's Portland's big man, and you got the name.
It was
right,
Myers Leonard?
Yeah. You didn't guess him.
Do you know if he's white or black?
No. Not a clue. Not a fucking clue.
Even from the name, it's kind of a nondescript name too. Yeah. I mean Myers. This is a store.
Oh, it is Draymond. Ah, damn. I thought he meant correct to us.
So I got it right either way.
I don't know. He said correct to something.
That's not a very good trivia question if it's that obvious, though, right?
He's got more good ones. I think he's being nice. Cause I mean, he's really good about baseball and shit like that. But anyways, all right. Well, we're getting a little off the rails here, but anyways.
Yeah, I think we're winding.
Thank you guys very much as always for joining us. We love the fucking commentary. As always, this is what makes the fucking podcast. We just love the interaction. It's fantastic. Sorry if we get a little carried away looking at it, but that's what it is. We love interacting with you guys.
We're about to end. If you want to ask the trivia question, can they still comment afterwards? I had the trivia question last week. There's three MLB players that have only played for the same team for their whole career, so it can't be like two different teams. With 250 home runs, all for the same team. So we can end, but I mean they can.
Okay, so yeah, so it's the three players that have 250 home runs for the same team, but they only play for that team.
Yeah. So it can't be like Cabrera or anyone who's played for multiple teams.
Right. So all right, I'll stay online here for the next little bit.
Well, that would be a good way to end every week. We can do like a trivia.
Yeah, and then if they want to answer, okay, yeah.
I mean,
like
obviously don't cheat, don't be a dick, but
if they do, we're not going to be able to call them out. So.
No, I mean.
We can say don't be a dick, but we don't
be a dick.
There you go. Well, for the Traveling Drunks, myself, Bredigans, your boy Marty, our boy Stretch, Public House, and Shamrocks, thank you guys as always. We'll see you next week, all right? Answer that trivia question.
Bundesliga.
I was waiting on it. I was like, is he going to say it or not?